is up, gang? Thank you for checking out Sledgehammer TV today. Are you guys ready to be all in? I think the whole entire wrestling world is ready to be all in. We are going to go over the entire match card for this weekend's biggest little independent show of all time. My name is Nick Nightmare, and you are watching the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show's All In preview and predictions. Let's do it.
Sledgehammer Wrestling Show.
All right, wrestling fans, thank you so much for joining me on the channel once again tonight. Do you guys even understand what is happening in Chicago, Illinois this weekend? Obviously, if you're watching, you're interested, you're all in as well, just as we are, and I simply cannot wait. You need to understand that this is a once-in-a-lifetime event, even though they're planning a second one. As of right now, we're going with that. There are 4 of the rival promotions to the WWE. You have New Japan Pro Wrestling, Impact Wrestling, Lucha Underground, and Ring of Honor, all being involved in one mega gigantic show being put together by the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks, and it is shaping up to be probably the best card of the year. 10 fantastic matches, and I'm sure a bag full of surprises. Let's get started and kick this off with the 0-hour matches, which will be available for free. Let's go on to the match screen here. All in, baby! Let's get ready to see some real wrestling this weekend. You can catch it starting at 6 p.m. tomorrow on the WGN America Network. That's the All In 0 hour. We'll tell you what 2 matchups you will get to be seeing during that hour, with the actual show being available at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on pay-per-view and Fight TV, as well as Honor Club members. It's going to be a happening. Let's kick it off with the first match in 0 hour. It is going to be the over-the-budget Battle Royal. There are a few names confirmed for this Battle Royal. Jordan Grace, Brian Cage, Moose, Billy Gunn, Rocky Romero, Jimmy Jacobs, Marco Stunt, Colt Cabana, Ethan Page, Punishment Martinez, and Brandon Cutler, all confirmed to be a part of this epic Battle Royal. Speculation around 4 other individuals that will most likely be involved: MJF, Matt Cross, Trent Beretta, and Chuck Taylor are highly speculated to be the remainder of the field. But imagine the surprise and the epicness if the newly free as a bird Neville showed up as a surprise entrant here and actually won this matchup. Or if Flip Gordon, who has been notoriously not booked for this show, actually finds his way into this Battle Royal and ends up winning. Why would that really be a big deal? Because the winner of this Battle Royal is going to take on Jay Lethal for the Ring of Honor Heavyweight Championship later on tonight, which we will get to in just a bit. As far as this Battle Royal goes, if I'm picking a winner, I'm going to go with whoever comes in as the surprise entrant. If there are no surprise entrants, I guess my heavy favorite would probably be Jimmy Jacobs, or maybe even the Moose. Let's go on to the next matchup. It is going to be a tag team classic, as the Briscoe brothers, Jay and Mark Briscoe, are set to take on SoCal Uncensored, the team of Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky. This is going to be a fantastic tag team matchup. Kazarian is an absolute master of tag team wrestling. The Briscoe brothers are one of the best teams in the entire business. My pick in this scenario has got to go with the Briscoes. They are just too savage and brutal. And though SoCal Uncensored is probably coming in here with some sort of a well-orchestrated plan, sometimes when you get punched right in the face, all your plans turn to shit, and that's what I think is going to happen here, as I predict the Briscoe is going to come out on top in this one. And then we are going to get going with the main card at All In, and most likely going to kick off with a women's matchup, the Fatal 4-Way. No titles or anything at stake, but we have Madison Rayne, who will also be competing later in the week in the WWE's Mae Young Classic, versus Tessa Blanchard, a veteran of last year's Mae Young Classic and current Impact Wrestling Women's Champion of the World. I'm a big fan of Tess Blanchard. Congratulations to her. She is setting the wrestling world on fire on the indies. She is also going to be in the ring with Britt Baker and Zack Ryder's main squeeze, Chelsea Green. This is going to be a great Fatal 4-Way matchup. Four of the best women athletes in all of the world. I'm going with Tessa Blanchard. She, like I said, is on a roll, and I don't expect that roll to stop spinning anytime soon. Coming up next, let's talk about the Chicago Street Fight. Hangman Page versus Joey Janella with the beautiful and talented Penelope Ford. This is an interesting matchup because, to me, when I'm looking at it, this match isn't about either one of these guys at all. It's actually about that filthy trash bag Joey Ryan. Hangman Page supposedly killed Joey Ryan. Joey Janela claims that Ryan is not as dead as everybody believes he is. Now, all these mentions of that piece of filth Joey Ryan means to me that he is going to show up at some point during this match, shock the crowd, shock Hangman Page, cause some sort of distraction, if not get specifically involved physically himself and cost Hangman Page the match. So my prediction is going to go with Joey Janela, especially with no disqualifications to be had in a Chicago-style street fight. Probably going to be a hell of a lot better than a Chicago-style hot dog, I'll tell you that much. Coming up next, we are going to talk a little bit more about Joey Ryan, as this matchup, Christopher Daniels, the Fallen Angel, is going up against the Green Arrow himself, Stephen Amell. Apparently, Christopher Daniels tried to frame Stephen Amell for the murder of Joey Ryan. So, hopefully that's the last time we have to say his name during this broadcast. Stephen Amell looking for some vengeance. And the other thing I want to bring out to you guys is this is another scenario where we could actually see Neville if he does not show up in the Battle Royal. It is very heavily rumored that Neville is going to show up in this card, so I'm trying to figure out where they would put him. This is a perfect spot for Neville to be thrown into. If he's not in the Battle Royal, you may see him here just based off of his history with Cody Rhodes as Stardust and Stephen Amell in the WWE, as they were partners back then when they were doing their thing. He just might come to help the Arrow out and upset the Fallen Angel, pulling in headlines from all over mainstream USA as this world-renowned actor and Green Arrow to the DC Universe will be making headlines with a win here and bring a whole lot of attention to All In. Not like it's not getting a whole lot of attention, as it is. I just lost my place here. Nope, that's not the one. That's the one. Sorry, you guys, for the little technical malfunction there. Jay Lethal, like we said, going up against whoever wins that Battle Royal. As we just mentioned again, if Neville is part of that Battle Royal, I would fully expect him to win. And can you imagine Neville versus Jay Lethal for the Ring of Honor Championship? Imagine Flip Gordon showing up and earning his way to fight a championship match for the Ring of Honor Championship at a show where Cody Rhodes did not even want him to be there at all. He will end up wrestling 2 matches and possibly walking out with a championship belt. It will drive Cody Rhodes insane. I think it'll be absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to go, though, with Jay Lethal in this scenario because I can't pick an unknown shadow spot to win over a very, very impressive and talented Ring of Honor champion. Let's go back to the screen I messed up with before. A little bit of a spoiler for you guys as you knew what was coming next with Marty Scurll, the villain of the Bullet Club, taking on Kazuchika Okada. My gut instinct says Okada wins here because, Jesus, guys, it's Okada, you know? But Marty Scurll may be ready to unleash the true villain within him and open up that villainous side to Okada in this matchup, which just might take Okada by surprise and give Scurll an advantage and a possible win here. A thought that I had for Marty Scurll winning here. Imagine the rocket pack that would be strapped to the back of this guy's career with a win over Okada, but I just cannot choose over Kazuchika Okada to definitely win this matchup. Coming up next, another matchup. This is probably the matchup I am the most interested in. I truly believe that this matchup will have implications throughout the entirety of the wrestling world if Cody Rhodes is able to defeat Nick Aldis for the NWA Heavyweight Wrestling Championship. Nick Magnus Aldis has been a very good NWA champion, defending it against all comers, but imagine a win for Cody in this scenario here. Cody Rhodes winning his father's belt and being the face of the National Wrestling Alliance could actually begin a small shift in the entire wrestling business. A shift bigger than TNA, Impact, or any other second-string promotion could ever dream of. My pick to win in this matchup is Cody Rhodes, just based off of that. Imagine it. Cody Rhodes wins. The NWA automatically gets involved with New Japan stars, Bullet Club members, and a big push to be considered a legit #2 wrestling company in the world. I am heavily picking Cody Rhodes. No disrespect to Magnus. He's been a fantastic champion, but if you want headlines, you want news, you want lineage, you want heritage, you give this belt to the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Up after that one is going to be a 6-man tag team matchup that is absolutely legendary. Expect a super kick party unlike any that you have ever seen before, as the Golden Elite, the Young Bucks, and Kota Ibushi go up against Rey Mysterio, Phoenix, and Bandido. 6 of the most talented wrestlers in the whole entire world today, with Rey Mysterio supposedly going back to the WWE, Phoenix and Bandido with their ties to Impact Wrestling. I really don't see this trio winning this matchup. Besides, the Bucks and Kota Ibushi just might be the absolute best 3-man team on the planet right now as far as skill and wrestling ability. Golden Elite going to win this one, probably in an absolutely fantastic matchup. And when you want to talk about fantastic matchups, you want to talk about the 7-star match machine, Kenny Omega, taking on probably one of his most formidable challenges to date, and the same can be said about Kenny Omega for Pentagon Jr. This is a first-time ever one-on-one encounter between the two. The IWGP Heavyweight Champ has his hands full with Pentagon. This lucha sensation has been setting the world on fire with his championship reigns in Lucha Underground and most recently in Impact Wrestling, where he also had an encounter with Sami Callihan that has to be seen to be believed and was deemed one of this year's best matchups from Impact Wrestling. I can't imagine what he could do with a Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega, arguably the best in all of the sport right now, going to put on another 7-star classic with a formidable challenge in Pentagon Jr., but Omega hits that one-winged angel, and Pentagon Jr. will be seeing little moogles dancing around his head, maybe a couple of chocobos, as Kenny Omega is probably going to retain his IWGP Heavyweight Championship, which is my pick for the final and main event of that evening. All in, you guys. Jesus Christ. Look at the card I just read to you, and then look at what we have to watch on Monday and Tuesday, and you wonder why this hammer comes down. I don't want to bring the hammer down, but they give me no choice. Look at what we are getting from an independent promotion, and all you fuckers that want to go, oh, it's just a show of vanilla midgets, right? Oh, and these are indie jerk-offs. Nobody likes the indies. This show sold out in 30 seconds. 10,000 of the most rabid wrestling fans in the world are going to be in attendance. It has made Chicago the focal point of the wrestling world for this weekend, following one of the biggest weekends in the world for the WWE. And you cannot tell me that this show is not going to have shockwaves that just ripple throughout the entirety of the professional wrestling world. The card alone is enough to watch it. But when you realize the historic implications that are involved, especially with some of the matchups like Cody Rhodes getting a shot at the NWA Championship, a championship that the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, pretty much helped put on the map with the Nature Boy Ric Flair. It would be fantastic to see that belt around his shoulders or around his waist, and I think it would really be a first step for everybody to have somewhere else to go and watch familiar stars, watch actual pro wrestling in your sports entertainment. You telling me none of this stuff is sports entertainment? This is all sports entertainment. This is sports entertainment done right. You have a guy on this card that is supposedly dead. You're going to tell me they're not doing the same type of things that the WWE is doing, but doing it at a better level? We don't know if Joey Ryan's going to show up. He might be zombie Joey Ryan. He might show up with his zombified cock in his hands. We don't know. But it's going to happen. Something's going to happen at that level at All In. Like, everything that has been booked has been done so to perfection. Kudos to the team that has put this all together. The Sears Center for holding it, all of the sponsors, Pro Wrestling Tees, all the way down to every single last one of them that helped make this happen. It's going to be a big deal in the wrestling world. Make sure you guys watch the free hour tomorrow night, 6 p.m., WGN America. Watch it. It's going to have the gimmick battle. Not the gimmick. I'm sorry. See, I'm a WWE guy, so I'm used to saying stupid shit like that. The budget Battle Royal is going to take place, and you are going to see one of the best tag team matchups probably you will see all year long. So make sure you get your eyes on it. I am going to do my very, very best to get the review of this show up to you guys as soon as humanly possible. I am not going to be able to watch it live as it is taking place, but I am going to get it up to you guys sometime this week. So hold all your thoughts for the comment section until then. And until then, let me know who you guys think is going to win in all of the matchups that we just presented to you guys tonight. Do you think maybe some of my predictions are wrong? Do you think some of my predictions are spot on? Do you like some of my ideas with Neville and Flip Gordon? Let me know in the comments section down below, and then hit that thumbs up to let me and the whole world know that you had a great time here today on the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show, even though my speech for some reason is just completely off tonight, and it's driving me crazy. I'm fumbling words, I'm clicking wrong pictures, but hey, we do things live. We don't edit things to the max, and we show you guys as it is, because I have to bring the hammer down on myself once in a while as well. Nobody is safe here on Sledgehammer TV, and I should say that back, because everybody at All In, I'm pretty sure, is safe from any kind of hammering in the review. Thank you guys, as always, for being here. If you are not already a member of the Sledgehammer Club, make sure you try to get us to 1,000 subscribers by sharing this video with each and every one of your wrestling friends all over the wrestling world, especially if they are all in. If any of you bastards are going to the show, if I got some fans in Chicago, some sledgeheads out there, make a sign for me, please. Try to get me out there, bro. Let's get the word out. Let's infect the world with the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show and everything that we do here on Sledgehammer TV. But most importantly, even more than that, if you're watching right now and you are still not subscribed and you had an absolutely great time with what we did here today, check out everything else on the channel too, because we have a whole lot more fun on some of these other shows, and you will really be interested to see how this hammer truly comes down, especially on a Monday night. So check it out. We got the greatest subscription unboxing show on the planet. Thank God I didn't fumble my words in that one like I am in this one. The Subscription Box Showdown August edition went up yesterday, and I need your help because I couldn't pick a winner, so I need you guys to go and vote on that video right now. Make sure that you let me know who you think should take home the heavyweight championship of subscription boxes. That's up to you. And just make sure you are subscribed to this channel. Help us get to 1K as soon as humanly possible. Next time there's a Starcast, I'm going to be there, motherfucker, and so should you. So make sure you come out and have a good time. I am going to be at the Supercard show in Madison Square Garden. So that's another reason to make sure you're subscribed, because come April, we're going to have lots of fun here on Sledgehammer TV, like we always do. My name is Nick Nightmare. This is my trusty team, Thor the Sledgehammer, the official Sledgehammer of the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show, and the Wrestling God of Thunder, and his tag team partner, the World Heavyweight Champion of all the microphones in all the world. He's such a big commodity in the world of professional wrestling. I'm surprised Cody Rhodes didn't try to contact me to have Blue defend the championship at All In. I would have been there, bro. I don't care what you could have brought. You could have brought your wireless microphones and everything you want to give out over there. Blue would have taken him down because he is the champion. I'm getting fucking crazy right now, so let's get the hell out of here. Thank you guys as always. That is going to do it, and we are out of here, and we will see you next time right here on the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show. Have a good night, everybody.
The Sledgehammer